Okay. Whatever. Also, I think my microphone's doing that thing again where it's too quiet. Probably, I don't know. Nope. Okay, it's fine. Apparently. It could be... Was this set to 50% again? Nope, this seems to be a me problem. Oh, well, whatever, who gives a shit. It should be fine. Anyway, I'm gonna stream Warframe. There we go. Hello, Bubs. Welcome to the stream. I need to adjust where you are in stream avatars because of the thing I set up. Where now people who use first end up on my head. Hello. I should be audible, hopefully. If I'm not, I'd be concerned. But yeah, if it's not apparent by my appearance, I don't have my PNG tuber anymore. If you're curious as to what happened, I can explain it. Or if you're on my server, which I can't remember if you actually are, you probably just see the recent events in the notifications. You had stream muted for some reason. See, that makes sense. For God's sakes, it wouldn't be me. I made sure I was audible. But hello, welcome to the stream. But yeah, if you aren't on my server, I can explain the recent events and why I look like this, and basically why I look like my old WoW character. But if you are on the server, then you should see it in the general announcement stuff. I don't see you in here, so there's likely a chance you aren't on my server. But yeah, to make a long story short, I lost a lot of data. It's fine. I will say, it's kind of more on the person who says they're not active in the server for not being active in the server, though. Like, I can't do anything to boost engagement on my server. Like, I don't have any cool bots because I don't know how to set them up. I don't have any, like, I don't have any level features or whatever. I don't have any of that stuff. I don't have all the fancy bells and whistles of other servers, basically, because, I don't know, I never had a reason to set them up. That's about it, really. At most, I have emotes and stickers. It's as I said, you don't need to apologize, though. I high-key expected a little with people. Hells, even I clear out my own server at times with people who just don't engage with my content and don't, like, engage with the server. I just go, okay, fuck it, you're not even active here, so get out. It's just easier on my end to do it that way. As I said, it sounds a little mean, but it's like, I just don't want to have to deal with, for a lack of a better term, a full server with nobody in it. It's kind of like how I would actually purge my followers list of people who don't watch. It's the same thing. Because I have like a really large follower list, but none of them really watch. So I'm like a deceptively really small streamer. I look big until you realize that I average 1 or 2 viewers a stream. I've noticed this like little kind of issue with like with all my audiences I seem to accrue, and it always is something to do with like, I don't know what to give them. It's the same thing with like when I was just kind of curious, so I put up a poll, and this sounds like really attacky, I realized afterwards, but it is a genuine question, is if people feel they need to be rewarded for giving a streamer who needs support. So like, that's subscriptions, that's bits. Like, should there be a reward for this when it's entirely optional and only there to help the streamer? And I personally don't know, so I was like, oh, I'll put up a poll. But I said you have to give a reason, because you do. That involves actually engaging with it. No one voted on it. No one voted on it at all. I was just super curious. It wasn't even some sly way of asking for money. I was just genuinely curious, because I noticed a lot of like audience members seem to be apprehensive about the idea of supporting someone unless they get a reward. If that makes any sense. Meanwhile, I'll just support someone for the sake of supporting someone. And I'm like, on my end, I'd do it because if someone's doing a good thing and they need the support, I will support them if I can. Otherwise, I won't. That's my entire reasoning, basically. It's just an interesting topic. I was like, hey, it'd be fun to have a friendly discussion about this, and my community's like, no. Also, I fixed the currency display. Turns out if you're like, reward for subbing is the emojis and no ads. Funnily enough, my emojis aren't really worthwhile because I used to have emojis, but a lot of them were made by my ex. Hell, some of them still are. But the ones that were made as dedicated emojis were made by my ex, so I had to remove them because seeing them kind of upset me a little bit. I like the poor one. Aw, that's fair. I think that one's free. Is that one free? Or did I make that one a paid emoji? How in the bloody hell did you get this working? There's a mysterious little thing. It's not free. Fuck. In that case, I can make that one free if you want. I don't fucking care. As I said, I just want people to be able, like, I want the things people like to be free and support to be optional. But I could also do with the support. You know, to put food in the fridge. To answer your question, TJG, I did what I like to call magic and used a really, really arduous and painful guide to set up something called Open Warframe, OpenWF, and this allows me to play older versions that are objectively better, like 2019, before titty frames were added. So you're probably like, what do you mean by that? You're playing Wisp's animations. I'm playing the test version of Wisp's animations. Wisp isn't in the game yet. Thank fuck, by the way. Yeah, so that's fun. And no, Soren doesn't count, there's lore. But yeah, no, but yeah, I plan to eventually get a new PNG YouTuber, by the way, so I don't just look like my fucking WoW character. Even though she was the closest representation I had to Layka back then, nowadays Layka looks so vastly different from my WoW character that this is just not an accurate representation of me anymore. But you know how it is. It looks like I'm cringing. I love it. Ooh, hack the consoles. I love this one. Watch this. If you bring ciphers to it, it actually just... This game is so easy. I also notice everything's in Uwu speech. Yup. It's a mod I got. It's only text override, so like it only adjusts how text works. But I love the OO speak. I was pointing out that I fixed the currency display for buried debts, and all people did was complain about the OO speak. I'm like, I see where you fucking people's allegiances lie. I hate this shit. I get bullied a lot for it. Also, I already done a lot of this, so that's why I kind of cheated a little bit and given myself things, because I lost my save when I lost all my data on my computer. Like how I would be having more music on stream, like more variety of music, but once again, lost all of it. But yeah. But yeah, I could make it free, realistically, Bubses, but like, I probably can just, like, right now. I wonder if this will update live. Give me a second. You play the current version, only this version? I play the current version sometimes, but then I get sad that it's not 2019, and I go play the version I'm on now. I just don't like the current version of Warframe, man. It's so boring. Like, no offense to DE, but they really fucked up Warframe. I feel like the peak was around 2019. After that, everything kind of went downhill. Just less and less interesting things, like less and less changes I agree with. more and more adjustments to damage to make things harder. Then they realized they wanted to make a power fantasy. It's just, like, the aftermath of their attempts to balance the game and make it more grounded are still there. They're just not good anymore because of how they've changed the game so much. They really just kind of lost whatever direction they were trying to go in, and it's really annoying. And that's kind of my frustration with it, which is why I don't like Modern Warframe. Also, I'm quickly fucking with my Twitch. Give me a second. You know, I'm just not a fan of the state of Warframe. Like, I am a firm believer that Warframe has entirely gone downhill. Content, video producer, no community. Viewer rewards. Let's have a look. Emotes. I'll change this one to be a sub emote. And then I'll change the poor one to be a follower emote. There you go, now you can use the beams. You should be able to now. Yeah, you're allowed to think that. Like I said, I don't really give a fuck what the stupid numbers say. You gotta understand that it comes down to the individual user, and as far as I'm concerned, Warframe's gone downhill. And you need to understand my perspective of it, right? I started playing in 2018, right? The game was very, very, very grounded. The combat felt good. Nuke builds were existent, but they weren't everywhere, right? Not everything had to be a nuke build. Not everything had to be big, red, funny numbers. Sure, players were still striving for that, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as prevalent, and it wasn't as forced. Nowadays, the community and the developers are constantly pushing you towards this nuke build haven that they want you to go to. And I just don't want to. I just want to shoot guy with gun and occasionally cast a cool ability. Which is like older Warframe. If you play like 2015 Warframe, holy fuck is it a different game completely. The combat is significantly more grounded. You can actually use the zip lines. You can like mantle over walls. Like the combat and gunplay just feels really good, especially in comparison to nowadays. And abilities felt more like a little high moment that you get to use your energy for, as opposed to the only thing you use, like most builds seem to become nowadays. As I said, it's just, on my end, I just don't like Modern Warframe. You can go but the numbers all you want, but I couldn't give a flying fuck about what the numbers say because I'm not some sort of idiot logistics expert that needs to know what the biggest thing is, thus I need to play the biggest thing. I like old Warframe, and that's just how my brain is. Hell, so I like old Warframe so much that even when I play Modern Warframe, my playstyle hasn't gotten to change because this version just really stuck with me. It's where I learned how to play the game. Like, as I said, it's one of those things on my end where you all you want, you can... Yeah, but it's still shit. I just don't like also aesthetically where it's gone. Because, once again, you gotta remember, the entire game has been upended. From combat, to weaponry, to abilities, to balance, to fucking aesthetic. Literally everything is fucked. And I mean it. Literally everything just feels so awful now. Like, it's just annoying. Like, and I am gonna point this out. And much as it's a point that people go, actually, it breaks the obscurity of blah blah. I don't fucking care. Shut the fuck up, you stupid goono. Stop giving me excuses. I do not like the over fetishistic designs of Warframes. I may be a horny individual, sure, but at the same time, I am able to separate the two things. I'm able to go, children play this game. They sure will never see my Warframe, but they will see Foley with almost her whole tits out. Like, that's just how that is. That's just a problem. And it's not just Foley. Like, that's just a good example. Citrine basically has a pussy. That's another good example. But like, there's just so many Warframes out that feel weirdly fetishistic, which also bothers me a little bit, because if I wanted to see that, I would go to E6 or Rule 34. Like, I would go to a site to look at that stuff. I don't need the game to represent it for me. No, the developers are definitely pushing it in that direction, by the way. When they were showing off the Mesa heirloom, I think it was Pablo, like, is this too horny? Yeah, no, DE knows what they're fucking doing, by the way. They know exactly what they're doing. I don't like the state of it. And I'm just gonna say that outright. I blame Rebecca, because she's the one who's kinda super duper duper in charge of things now. And also, it's not because of how fast-paced it is, it's because of how stupid it is. I don't like modern Warframe. Like, it's hard to word it. Imagine you played a game, right? And it was one of the coolest games you had ever played, short of your favorite game. Like, it could never be your favorite game. No, nothing can, right? But, let's say that Warframe is that game. And let's say everything you liked about 2018 and 2019 Warframe got slowly and painfully upended and thrown and destroyed and torn a fucking apart until nothing is left. From melee channeling to literally everything else. Slash goes through shields, world on fire, accelerant, all these things are gone. Everything you ever built your playstyle around has been removed. And then in your attempts to try to maintain some normalcy, you end up in a rando squad because you forgot to turn off public and watched a guy click one button and kill a room. You are now a spectator. What do? You quit. You would quit. And you would quit, right? It's boring, motherfucker. Why the hell would I want to watch someone else play the game for me? It's so boring. I hate it. I despise it. Like, and neglecting to mention, the community itself sucks, bro. Like, I hate the Warframe community. They are assholes. They are elitist little twats that don't really understand what fun is anymore. They just want big number go up. I hate them. They all suck. Every single one of them. And I'm only saying this because I literally did what's normally known as a really cool feat, which is 100 forming a Warframe, just to get bullied because my build wasn't optimal. I'm sorry, but I just want to play the game for fun, so Health Tank Varuna is at least interesting compared to your fucking RGB big titty Warframe nuke build. It's not fun. It's not fun to me. That's all it is. I like Health Tank Varuna because I'm encouraged to use my guns. I'm encouraged to aim for the head. I'm encouraged to aim for the weak spot. I'm encouraged to be a good shot. Hells, I'm probably better than most nuke build users because of that. I just know how to play the game. I just don't like modern Warframe. It feels awful to play. If I just locked onto the fucking roller mine, lol. But yeah, no. It's, as I said, I sound angry. I'm exaggerating a little bit with my rage. I was angry initially. I don't really care anymore. I have what I want, which is 2019 Warframe. I'm happy. That's all that really matters. Hells, if they ever fixed things, that'd be cool. They probably won't. Because even if they remove some animations that were unnecessarily removed. It's not just, it's not just the whole adjustments to gameplay. They also changed animations for no reason. For example, the dual Decurions. You're probably not familiar with these weapons if you don't like using unoptimized weaponry. But the dual Decurions are these. You'll notice I have a different idle animation. It's because this is what it used to be. It looked good. It actually had a unique idle as well. When you sat there for long enough, where your Warframe would actually bring it over their shoulder, look around, and lower it. This animation is gone. And so is the original idle animation for it too, when you just... Grenade. Yeah, and so is the original animation when your Warframe's just standing there. But you can still see remnants of it if you deploy the dual Decurions. You'll see your Warframe slowly bring their weapons to this point, then suddenly snap to the new animation. It's an unnecessary change that only makes the game look worse. As I said, DE is like known for this. They are known for randomly changing something that doesn't need to be changed because, I don't know, no one seemed to notice it. Yeah, no one's noticing the new one either, DE, so what the fuck are you doing? I don't know, I just don't like Warframe, man. I don't like modern Warframe. This is the version I fell in love with, this is the version I'll continue to play. I just don't like it. And once again, don't mistake like my little moment of rage TM to be directed at you. No, it's directed at the community. I don't like the community. The Warframe community sucks genuine balls, and I don't like them at all. I'm sure there are some like outliers who understand my reasoning, but then there's others who go, actually, every single time I bring up a point. Please don't be the second part of that, because they are very frustrating to talk to. They are the types that I really do avoid. Loading. There's a grenade stuck to my leg. I didn't even notice. Lol. Pause. Ready for the same. Warframe has done that. Much slower back then. Now, speedrun simulator. It's still a looter shooter, but has lost main personality thanks to other systems Warframe has added. Now it feels like a horde shooter, which I know some people are not into. I love horde shooters. This game still feels like a horde shooter during like a large enough mission. But the thing is, I like the disconnect. I like that it's still grounded, but I like that not every mission is a billion enemies, nuke them all, one hit kill, red crits, big number go up, ha 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 ha. That's what Warframe feels like now. And even when I play like a more grounded mission, especially like a harder difficulty grounded mission, I feel that the game is trying to shove me in the direction of, look at all these enemies, wouldn't it be cool to get rid of them at once? Look at them all, ha ha ha, blow them up. And I'm like, no. No, I want to be a good shot. I want to learn how to aim and actually use that accuracy to my advantage. That's my point. That is what the endgame feels like, to be honest. I just don't like it, man. Like, as I said, I am an endgame player now. I have been playing, like, I've logged 13,000 hours into regular Warframe. Not this version, old, like, original Warframe. So from 2018 to now, 13,000 fucking hours. I'm not burnt out. I know some people will probably go, it seems like you're burnt out. Adjust classes. No. I loved Warframe. Even at hour 10,000, I was having some fun. Every now and then. Mostly when I was playing with my friend. But, like, I guess my issue is, I just don't like where it went. And as I said, some of the aesthetic changes are pointless. Some of the changes are fucking pointless. And I'm gonna bring up a good one, and I think people will recognize this one and understand what I mean when I say it. Particles. They are not particles anymore, they are a modular dust. I must have fun building weapons. Same. I love building weapons. To shoot people with, not to blow up a crowd. You know, I made a really gnarly Paragale build, an actually endgame viable Paragale build that's absolutely insane. I understand there are guides for that, blah blah. I didn't use a guide. I used my own knowledge of the game. But I digress. My case in point of this is a lot of, like, stuff I had fun with Warframe are gone. And also the things that I liked aesthetically about Warframe are also gone. And they started slowly disappearing around 2018, especially when I played the 2015 version on stream and had a big old blast about old corpus locker bottom text. Yeah, see, but you're doing more than I do. I use my raw, unfiltered knowledge of the game, and then just make a build. I mod off of vibes, basically, if that makes any sense. But I will quickly bring up the particles, because I want to mention this and I didn't get to. Particles. In Warframe, if you use anything that uses particles nowadays, any weapon, Kuva, stuff like that, you will notice the particles look like dust. Everything particle-wise looks like dust. See these sparks? These are actual dedicated spark particles. These are actual sparks. These aren't that crappy modular dust you see all the time in modern Warframe. These are sparks. Real ass goddamn sparks. This is just not a thing anymore. They changed this for, and I quote, optimization. And then Rebecca wanted to copy the entirety of the Soulframe lighting engine, which is not built for Warframe, over to Warframe, which is not built for the Soulframe lighting engine, and also horrifically unoptimized the game. Basically, there are changes to particles making the game look worse, was completely fucked up by their changes to the lighting, which also made the game look worse. Nothing has improved about Warframe's performance anymore. The game runs like ass, the game looks like ass, and the older version legitimately looked better. Which is another reason why I play the old one. I love how it looked. I loved that like blue lighting and orange lighting were just present at different times, depending on what planet you're on, what faction you're fighting. No, I don't like the nice lighting. It's not nice. It's not nice. I promise you, it's not fucking nice. It looks disgusting. I hate the new lighting. Do not call it nice. It is not nice. I promise you, if you've seen like good lighting, you would know that what Warframes is not good lighting. To each their own. I promise you, it's not very good. Like, you're allowed to think it's good, sure, but I just think it's dog shit. But I've also played like a lot of games that try and do that same thing Warframe's doing, and it looks like garbage every single time. It's that crappy Unreal Engine 5, like, ghosty effect added to everything for optimization thing too. Because Warframe also has that problem. Every game nowadays seems to have this, and it pisses me off. But this doesn't have that ghosty, wispy effect to everything, and particles look like particles, and the lighting looks nice. Like, it doesn't need to be overdone to be good. Warframe had a style, and it's been upended. Maybe you like older games then? I like Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33. I clearly don't like older games. I like games that are made and look good. I like games that are made well. I like games that feel grounded. I like games that don't look like some stupid fucking asshole is chasing trends. That's what I like. And that's why I like those games. That's why I'm sick and tired of modern Warframe. Because it's chasing trends. It's trying its best to be the biggest, coolest thing when it really isn't and never will be. It's cool, sure, it's cool and it's big, but it's definitely not the biggest or coolest. Hells, Soulframe has it beat on aesthetic, genuinely. As much as I don't like the feel of Soulframe, it's a comically slow piece of shit game. It's not finished yet, so I can't be too harsh at the moment, but that's my opinion of the version I played, which was Preludes 8. It's been changed a bit more now, I'm planning on giving it a go. But I am okay with modern games. I just don't like when a game overdoes the lighting when it was fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it wasn't broke, so why try to fix it? And that's what I was looking at. That's literally my entire reasoning. Is it was not broken, and they didn't need to try and fix it, so why did they? And it was just because they wanted it to look nicer. Rebecca liked the look of the Soulframe lighting engine. The only problem is it just doesn't work with the environments that are present in Warframe. It really doesn't. Some environments become way too dark, while other environments become weirdly overlit. It's just awful. It's genuinely really bad. Especially in comparison to like how old Warframe feels, where there's the occasional lighting problem here and there, like doors not being lit, or like one room being a little bright, or one door looking like the sun is right next to it. But other than that, which is still present in modern Warframe by the way, nothing has changed, which means it comes down to the engine, not the lighting system. The actual game itself is having a problem. Which even could be just the map layout. They probably forgot to put a brush somewhere. I would not be shocked. But say like this. They can easily achieve this in an older version of Warframe without the shitty ghosting effect that comes with comes with the newer games. Yet, it still looks pretty. This still looks really nice. I know I'm being really selective at the position I'm in, but I really just stopped in a spot and went, damn, that looks pretty. This is a good example. I don't know. I said, I understand if people like the new system. I do get it, right? I understand people love volumetric fog and the volumetric lighting shafts and volumetric anything, really. It just looks nice. It can look nice if done properly. Like, I get that. Hells, Expedition 33 had my pussy wet from how good it looked. It was so good. But at the same time, not every game needs to be that over-engineered. Not every game needs to have this crazy, crazy lighting system. I'm not trying to change your mind either. I'm trying to explain my perspective. You can think what you want to think, you can like what you want to like. I entirely get that, and I respect that people's outlooks are different, and I always think it's interesting to hear the other side of the conversation. As long as people are willing to hear my side instead of just going, lol, you're wrong. And that's kind of why I appreciate this little discussion we're having, because it feels a bit healthier, because I'm getting to read what you have to say, and also getting to yap about what I want to talk about. It's fun. And it's why I'm not really angry. It's not really an argument, it's just more of a nice discussion. Also, look at this colored lighting. Bet you won't find this as often in modern Warframe, especially just randomly in a Corpus mission. I missed. It's fine. Loading. Like, I don't know, it probably makes no sense to other people, I guess. Like, my outlooks probably are really confusing. Because a lot of people go, but this thing. And it's like, yeah, but... Sometimes people just like the way an old thing looked, like World of Warcraft. I liked Battle for Azeroth. I don't like any version after that either. Sure, you can go back to Battle for Azeroth, but they squished the levels down. They fucked up my favorite class that I play. You know, they did a bunch of things I didn't agree with. I mean, somehow that's a more justified opinion than I like 2019 Warframe, for some reason. Even though they completely upended every single build in my entire playstyle, and I'm just expected to, you know, work around that with the piddly number of forma they gave me. I'm sorry, D, but I don't think 10 forma will cut it when you upended not just one, but 5 different melee builds. Because every single melee channeling build I had became a heavy attack build because of their changes to the mods. And I'm like, I don't want to do heavy attacks, so I want to swing my weapon. Use a little bit of energy to make it hurt more. Oh. Got my arms. I should have stretched before I started the stream, but oh well. What to use. The Velt's technically a crit build. Oh yeah, for context of where some of these mods came from, I have a bunch of like for lack of a better term, seemingly test mods that D never finished, that are like primed versions of like standard mods, and they're pretty funny. So I've been using those. It's just a fast track my game because I was up to a certain point and lost all that progress. Really thinks he's that guy, doesn't he? God damn. Can I add the cost assist again yet? No? Alright. I want it though. Could do dual heat swords, they're pretty fun. We love the dual heat swords in this house. Hey Strand, welcome to the stream. I had an interesting conversation with someone, so that was fun. Not sure if they're still here. They probably fucked off and they realized I was, and I quote, probably a lost cause. I'm not making fun of them, I promise. It's just I make fun of myself sometimes, and this is the time where I'm going to do that. Fair enough, yeah. Basically, we were talking, like, they were talking about, like, old Warframe and why I like it more than modern Warframe. I said, I feel like it was an interesting conversation. It's not that, like, their reasoning was, like, bad, it's just that I didn't feel that their reasoning applied to my situation. And I'm not gonna fault someone for, like, giving an honest outlook on it, especially if their outlook is different to mine. It's just that I've shown time and time again that, like, Warframe just doesn't seem to hold up as well as it used to. Just by showing people, oh, Warframe, and they're going, wow, that's so cool. Which is at least part, like, something also interesting, is that people are commonly seeing old Warframe going, this was a feature? I'm like, yup. Again. I could just go back to the dual Keras actually. These are fun. Like I said, it's they did provide reasons, right? They didn't just go, oh, it just is, and that's it. They actually had things to say. But they also made a few assumptions, so it's like, oh, so you like older games? I was like, no, actually. Because that is just completely incorrect. I love new games, I just don't like Warframe. Yeah, I explained my side of things at least, and that's all that really matters on mine, is getting to speak my thoughts, get them out into the world, and possibly disappoint people in the process. That's my favorite thing about discussions, is that people realize that I'm not worth talking to, and go, damn, she kinda sucks. I'm not saying they said that either. I'm just pointing out that, like, this is a very common experience on my end. That people seem not to like my outlooks on things. Okay. Ah, the vent, great. The most loyal man in my life. Look at him. Isn't he just so wonderful? Been there for me since 2018. Oh. Alright. Love that animation, it's so cool. Look at those sparks. Sorry, I lie. Oh, hello. Why did that dude shrink during the execution? Is because the execution was made for a specific sized enemy, which is the same scale as the player. But some enemies are just the same model but scaled up. That's the actual reason, by the way. This happens a lot, even in modern Warframe. New paras can kill an enemy, and they will, like, shrink. You see how much bigger that mower is compared to, like, the small green mowers? Yeah, see, like, there's a small green mower there. I'll wait for him to, like, turn around. Perfect. So he shrunk a little bit, but if you execute one of the big yellow stomping mowers, he will shrink a lot a bit, like that one there. So he will shrink a lot a bit instead, which is kind of cool. See? Because that's the one scale, like, mower. Mower are just meant to be small. But they shrink closer to the size of a regular mower, but they're not actually the size of a regular mower. Because regular mowers are still slightly bigger than how they were designed. It doesn't even include some lootables though, but these were shrunk down over time. For example, the old Grenier and Corpus boxes that used to break used to be fucking massive in 2015, and then they became smaller. And I think it's just so they didn't look as disruptive because they were fucking huge. You see that Corpus Crewman has a regular scale, but this mower is scaled up. Only a little bit though. Still cool though. It's just like a neat little thing you probably wouldn't notice otherwise. I'm so glad that he didn't shoot at me. I would have alerted everybody. That was unnecessary. I didn't need to shoot him. Oh. Ability range. Oh. I breached a window. My bad. No, because I haven't blown up the ship yet. Do you remember, I need to actually blow up the ship before I do that, which is why I was kind of bummed that I breached the window, because it wasn't my intention. I was just throwing fireballs around and happened to hit the window. Loading. And my disc would go off. Loading. Oh, that's fine. Thanks for the energy regen. Actually, give me more of that. I want a mod that like increases saves duration on myself. That'd be so cool. Hey all, welcome to the stream. Oh, thanks. Loading. Bonk. Also, y'all okay with like this being my temporary PNG until I get a new one? It's not like as reactive or expressive as my old one, but it's still better than nothing, right? And also, it doesn't represent me at all anymore. Is this good enough? Yeah, it works cool. I still like that it looks like I'm cringing. But yeah, once I can get a new PNG, that'll be cool. I'm also talking to Faye about potentially getting me one as well. And Apple's said they would also give me a hand with possibly getting one, which is very nice. And also, my PieShock arrived. I haven't set it up yet. But once I do, I'll be doing like a little debut stream. But I want to wait until I get my new PNG before I set up the PieShock. Because the zappies from Money will be cool. I have a couple of spots I was going to try it on and see how it feels. Because I want a spot that hurts. Of course I'm a fucking freak like that, Chad. You expect anything more? Also, hey yo, guys, have you ever seen multiplayer in like open Warframe? How cool is that shit? And don't worry, it works in missions. Doesn't work in hubs, but it works in missions. Fast travel. F1 Samaris. Yeah, no, actually functional second player. And I can control them. Yeah, see? And they can awawa in the chat too, which is awesome. But yeah, isn't that kind of cool? Like an actually functional second player. Oh, they jumped down there by accident. Oops. But yeah, no. I was testing this out because my friend and I were going to do... I was going to make a video about it. So I was going to record a bunch of footage. And, like, of this. But him and I are going to run through the game and see how well 2 veteran players can get through the game. Starting from scratch in closest to modern Warframe. Probably the closest I can get, like I was doing on stream. I can hear my own footsteps twice. Oh lol. It went flying. Yeah, yo guys, it's me Charlie. That guy just turned to sand. Rip. Almost unheard of. Aw, they didn't go flying as much. Cringe. Oh no, cringe. That guy just turned to sand. Oh. But yeah, so that's that. It's kind of cool. Like, the fact that it actually works is all that matters on my end. Because this means I can play with my friend, and that's kind of the idea here. Let's see if this works. Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, it does. Look at this. They're in my orbiter. Yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go. Alright, yeah, I get the fuck out of my squad. But yeah, that's the idea, is we're gonna use this to play Warframe together, my friend and I. And we're going to do this way, because that means we can skip out on like the stupid shit, like buying platinum if we need any. Because I was gonna have it so I was gonna tally up the crafting times for items at the end and tally that on top of the duration spent playing, if that makes any sense. I was gonna set up a live split and record all of it with that, and then eventually add all the other, you know, times to it. That makes sense, right? Because him and I were gonna skip the crafting, because we don't want to sit there for like days and days and days trying to craft stuff. Also, by the way, that game's running. That other version of the game is running on my machine. Like, it actually is just on my machine. Give me a second, I'll show you. I'm just running 2 versions of Warframe at the moment, which is pretty funny. There's no way for me to control them both at the same time, or else that'd be an even more fun challenge. Big ol' middle finger to DE. It's not meant to be. It's just meant to be like a, hey look, I can now play this version I like by myself. And maybe with someone else later. Ah, him. Him, chat. Him, the vent. Great, it's him. Holy shit, it's him. Anyway. Oh. How's it going? Okay, just turn to sand. Are you still making that fucking joke? It's like, how old is the you guys to be charged? That guy's turned to sand? Is that getting old yet? I'm sorry if it is. I don't mean to. It's just too damn funny. Is that implying something people don't know, Org? Because I don't mention much on stream anymore, especially in regards to personal life stuff, so... Are you implying anything? I need this. I say, yeah, no. No one actually knows anything about, like, my personal life as much as they used to. So I try to keep all of my personal stuff, like, out of stream now. Like, aside from, like, you know, being a disability support and not being able to work and stuff like that. Because, like, those are important things for people to know so they know, understand why I'm always so damn, available. Just never busy at all. Loading. New corpus locker bottom text, new corpus locker bottom text. I like the old corpus locker bottom text better. It's just funnier. I love how quick is it? It's just ha, and they just die. How's it going? Loading. I want my fridge to be a corpus locker too. We should get a corpus locker fridge. That's a cool idea. Where the fuck are the enemies? Dude, fucking... Where are the enemies at? I need a core carrier. Where is he? Where the fuck? I'm so confused. In the oven. Loading. Oh my god, finally, holy shit. Alright, where the fuck is exfil? I went the wrong way. I was a fool, chat. I just like parried that fucking laser wall. Sure, it was with my face, but it's still cool. Yeah, Org, I'm not really sure what the purpose of this GIF you sent me is. You were typing for a bit after you sent it too. Oh, it's just, I don't recognize it. Oh, okay. So that's what you were gonna say, so like the enemies just skedaddled away. Yeah, it's just like a gif of a kid running away, basically. Also, I added more brain rot to my soundboard. Do you want to hear it? Chat, do you want to hear the brain rot I add to my soundboard? Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast! Mr. Beast! I was like, got the fucking weird song that, like, you know that one, this one. I don't know, man. I just got bored and added brain rot to my soundboard. I regret asking. Don't worry, I'll play you something good. Thank you. Hey, yo, no problem. That's why I'm the DJ. Anyway. Fuck. Someone kill me. Oh my god, you're right. You're right. The amazing digital circus Buddy Holly riff. Is it bad that I unironically listen to Weezer? This is not a bit, by the way. I unironically listen to Weezer. Like, I don't know. People listen to Weezer ironically, I've noticed. And I'm like, nah, man, it's cool. I like that music. I actually like Buddy Holly. I know, sacrilege. How dare I? Right? Yeah, I love their music. All. Sorry, I'm thinking of all the Carl Weezer impressions. Like the fucking... You know, like the... Wasn't it like... Like, it's a science... It's like this thing 30 feet away. It's like... 30 feet? 30 of them? Oh, I just... peed in my pants. It's something like that. It's really cursed. I cannot do a good Carl Weezer, unfortunately. Much as I wish I could. I know what you're talking about. Thank fuck. I'm so glad it's not just me. You can do the voice? Oh my god, that's so cool. I'm so glad at least someone can do a Carl Weezer voice. I can kind of do the smiling friends like, yo guys, it's me, Charlie. That guy's turned to sand. I can do that kind of well. I think that one's a given, especially like with the fact that like I already have like a kind of that kind of tone of voice by default. You know what I mean? That fucking corpus crewman, run away from me, you prick! Also, my Windows Media Player is broken, and I can no longer like make playlists, which is pissing me off a bunch. Luckily, it's something to do with the fact that every single one of my playlists was originally stored on my D drive. Also, I found the most like useless subreddit. It's R tech support, like the actual R tech support. Every time I've gone there with an actual computer-related problem, I either get no answer or I get people going, this shouldn't be a problem, what are you talking about? Or they go, do this, and they like don't explain further. I'm like, yeah, so you're gonna explain more about your instructions? No, just do this. I'm like, you need to understand that not everyone understands what you think, like what you know about things, man. You need to explain with words what you mean. And I've also met the most R tech support person ever. It's this person who goes by the name Ember, how original I know, on the open Warframe server, and they are very agitating because they do this fun thing called not explaining anything until you get annoyed. Like, they act like everyone should know what they know, basically. And I looked at their like review DV reviews, and no one likes them. Legit, like everyone I've seen reviewing them doesn't seem to like them. It's like, if you are that much of an unlikable Redditor of a person, how could you never ever imagine like the concept of improving? It's just fascinating, you know? Because like I encounter this a lot with them. Like, for example, I was trying to get 2 versions of Warframe running, and their answer was to copy paste a link to a message I was already following the instructions of and struggling with. That was their answer initially. And I said, I tried that. And then they said something very vague about like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was really frustrating. Let me turn on World on Fire real quick, and I'll tab out and try and find it. It was really, really frustrating. Yeah, so... Yes, here it is. They asked what version it was, and they took a screenshot with like a picture of a cat with their head in like a loaf of bread, and they just sent the picture of them doing it. I said, yeah, cool, you could do it. That doesn't magically allow me to. Can I ask how you did it so I can try? You need to understand that everyone shares your knowledge on things. I just don't know as much. I just don't know as much, thus things need to be explained. And they actually provided an actual fucking answer. What a shock. And I did it instantly. I could do it instantly when they provided info-fucking-mation. It's almost like when when you have the role of helper, you're kind of meant to help. I don't know, man. Like, and let's say they go, oh, I don't have time to help. Then why be a helper? Why reply? Why do anything if you aren't actually willing to help? Like, if you aren't willing to help, then don't have the role. Especially if you don't want to help. I see this with a lot of servers, where helpers are the most rude and jaded pricks known to humankind. And it's because they don't want to help. And it's like, then don't be a helper! Leave it up to someone else! Or, when you feel like you want to help someone, provide information. It's not hard, man. Like, I'm a giant idiot. Like, I am, like, medically labeled as slow, mentally. I am, for a lack of a better term, the rather outdated and relatively triggering for some reason medical term retard actually applies to me. And I know how to help people correctly. That really says a lot about someone's inability to help. When I can provide more information in less time and with less of a hassle and without pissing someone off. It speaks fucking volumes. So I'm trying to shoot the Osprey. I've been trying to shoot this thing for a while now. But yeah, no, it's just frustrating. And I don't really care if they happen across this. They know who they are. I just hope that like they understand that not everyone knows what they know and not everyone's gonna magically understand how to do blank. If that makes any sense. Hey Draco, welcome to the stream. I'm complaining about someone I saw on Discord. So basically nothing changes around here. Ah. And what's even crazier is when they give like a dog shit short answer that doesn't actually explain anything. And at one point it was like, hey, do you actually know this or are you guessing? And they accused me of calling them an AI bot. And I'm like, look man, you're fucking behaving like one. You're giving vague nothing answers that don't explain anything. That's exactly what AI does. AI is prone for giving nothing answers that lead nowhere. Like, it's one of the things it's well known for and gets commonly clowned on for. So when you're doing exactly that, of course people are going to question you. But yeah, no, it's very frustrating. As I said, like, I looked at the review DB. No one likes this person. Like, if I just to quote a few, thinks they're above everyone else who knows less than they do about technology, and is a prick to anyone who does. Literally quoting you humans. I assume it's like because they said that at one point. And then there's my one. They seem to like to be unhelpful, and after pissing someone off, they act like they didn't do anything wrong, which is a very common occurrence to them too. That whole, I don't know why you're getting mad at me for. It's like, because you're useless, you're unhelpful, you're frustrating. That's why people are getting mad, because you're not actually helping. Like, for example, if Strand asked me a question right now about modding in Warframe and how to, how certain mods worked, I found correct. I think we went on a whole 1-hour excursion explaining how mods worked. If I remember that correctly, or something close to that. We went on a whole excursion explaining how mods worked. Because I like to help, thus I actually will. That's the difference. And that's where a difference is drawn between me and other people. It's I actually like to help. It's because I think helping is fun, for context. If anyone's curious as to why, it's like, oh, why do you help? It's fun. I enjoy it. Literally my only reason. Max out this thing so I can be immune to fire damage. Hell yeah, I am now completely fireproof. Yeah, we did. Yeah, see, like... And that was a handful of streams ago, but it's still like a point to be said that like, I actually provide information. I even provide examples, if need be. Like, I would have approached that very differently. Like, because the question was how to get 2 instances of Warframe running, because it spits out session unavailable whenever I try to, like, launch the game, right? Then you provide a screenshot and go, here's how I did it. I noticed that you weren't making it to the login screen when following these instructions, so you should go to the EE config file and paste these 2 lines into the bottom of it. And then obviously provide said lines. Wow, so much information. Much knowledge, you know? And like that alone provides way more information than just copy pasting something and then going, look, I did it. It's like, cool. And like I said, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to explain that it's not helpful when you give a nothing answer. Or when you act like you're above someone when they just don't know something. No, they wouldn't do that. That's too much effort, org. They would just say go north. They wouldn't give you specifics. They would just say go north, even though it's actually like northwest and like, you know, you have to take a certain route to get there. You know, it's on the right side of the road. But no, they just say go north. You'll find it. And you're like, oh yeah, do you have like a map link to that so I can just like click on that and just go there? No, 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 just go north. What are you, stupid? You put too much work into your answer, thus you will never be a Redditor. The joke there is that I understand how these idiots speak because I speak to them painfully frequently, believe it or not. I wish I didn't. There we go. Now place down a sentry gun, right. I have it. OCD right here. Yippee! But yeah, no, it's just frustrating. And as I said, like the fact that no one seems to like them, and the people who do only seem to give them a positive reaction when they actually help. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing this for then. Like, I don't know what their, like, end goal is if this is how they're treating people and how they're reacting and what reactions they're getting. As I said, it's not meant to be, like, a big fucking dog pile on them. I'm trying to explain why I'm upset and why I get bothered by people being unhelpful. That's all I'm trying to do. Because honestly, I don't care what they do on the internet. I just... Yeah, the orange Redditor shirt has a curse, but, like, that's not my point. Like, once again, you're kind of missing the point of this complaint. I would like... I do like when people are helpful. When they want to be. But if they don't want to help, then why help? Why offer it? You know, it's like when I was on the Seamless Co-op server for a while. I was actually a helper on that server. I wasn't a moderator, I was a helper. But people mistook me for a moderator very often because I knew all the rules because I was a giant fucking nerd. And I still kinda am. I read and memorize the rules of every server I'm on. Because I take rules very seriously, so I won't break them. I don't want to get banned, especially from servers I like. At the time, I liked the Seamless Co-op server. So, I just did that, and I happen to know all the rules. But I also understood that pinging when replying is very common because it's a built-in feature on Discord that you can't permanently turn off without a client modification, which some people tend to avoid due to the risk of a ban. See, I'm understanding of this, right? But some people in the server went on. And at one point, someone got really mad saying they would ban people if they reply pinged them. It's like, you're banning people for a feature on Discord that they can't just manually turn off forever. They have to do it every time they reply to you. And on mobile, it's really annoying. And most people are on mobile, so it's a really stupid rule, first off. Secondly, someone needed help with the thing. I knew the answer. So I was like, hey, I can help. And I was told that I would only make the situation worse if I tried to help. So I went, okay, and I took a step back. I knew the answer, I just didn't chime in because I was told I would only make things worse, right? I would only cause more of a problem. I would confuse things, I would make helping this person borderline impossible, ekata, right? It would just keep happening. And I was like, fine, I will just not help. And then they eventually made it to the route that I understood. And after the solution was met, I said, oh yeah, I knew this already, by the way. Like, after the conversation started, like, oh yeah, by the way, this is what I was gonna say. And they're like, really? I was like, yeah, no, I already knew this. And then I got yelled at for not helping. And I literally quoted them and just said, like, up the top, and I was like, you literally told me not to help. And you are in a higher position of power than me on the server. Why the fuck would I disobey what an admin says when admins are known to be a little, flammable? So they got really pissy at that, and I eventually just left the server. I was like, I don't want to help anymore if I'm gonna get, like, damned if I do, damned if I don't. So I just left the server. And then they got really mad at me in DMs, because them and I used to be friends, for leaving the server. And I'm like, I see. So they yelled at me a whole bunch, and I explained to them that I didn't want to just be yelled at, and if this is the only reason for DMing me, that they could just fuck off for a little while, because I don't want to sit there and just take that. And they got even pissier about it. They made like a whole spiel about, like, on the server about, like, treating, like, people with respect before they did this. And they tried to guilt me, like, oh, most of that was also to help you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, So now you're guilting me. Now you're making me seem more like the asshole for leaving a server after I got treated like shit twice. And bullied ruthlessly by you and 2 other people. I just don't... And what's worse is the other admins were pretty useless too. One of them, who was the one that said if you reply ping you get banned, there was someone who was an anti-fur and also a transphobe trying to get me banned from the server. They were like, look, this person keeps deleting all my messages, and they also have like a VAC ban. It's pretty sketchy if you ask me. Blah, blah, blah. They called me a slur in DMs. They provide no actual evidence of that last part. And then one of them, Nori, decided it was a good idea to, and I quote, see how things play out. While I'm getting fucking bullied, they wanted to, and I quote, see how things played out. And this is before that other incident, by the way. So not only is the owner of Seamless Co-op, like the creator of it, insufferable, but so is the people they employ to be like admins. Sure, they're not actually paid, but the people who are admins are also insufferable sacks of fucking trash. And that's kind of a problem. At least people can separate art from artists, and so can I, and I can still use Seamless Co-op. Hells, I wouldn't be shocked if word got back to them through their little friend who liked to stalk my Twitch for a while. I'm not sure why they did that. Yeah, no, their little friend used to stalk my Twitch for a while. That same person who got mad at me for leaving the server. That same person who, told me I shouldn't help because I would only make things worse when I actually would have helped quicker. But yeah, so this is like that entire thing. I wouldn't call it drama. I would just say these people suck, and that's it. But at the same time, I've noticed that with a lot of modding scenes. For example, Halo's modding scene's kind of like that. There's people like General Heat who are very like, doesn't talk to you unless they want something. And then there's also people like Hark who will block you without saying anything as to why. Probably took like a thing in my fucking custom CS a little too personally. Maybe, I don't fucking know at this point. But they blocked me after flaking twice and then trying to add me to their little like hang out with their friend after ditching me for that friend. So I've just had a terrible experience with modding communities as a whole, it seems. So I'm more of a nomad when it comes to like modding, and I don't really have a dedicated community anymore. I'm not even sure why this happens either, because like, it's just upsetting, man. It just makes my fucking tummy hurt, for lack of a better way of putting it. And as I said, like, I don't hate Seamless Co-op, right? I just think Seamless Co-op went in the wrong direction, kind of like Warframe, where a bunch of shit no one asked for was added. But in the case of Seamless Co-op, it's more apparent because it's a mod and not a game. And also the developer added themselves to the credits of Elden Ring, which I typically remove from my game, and I replaced it with LOL Seamless Co-op. Because adding yourself to the credits of like a game is kind of narcissistic, not gonna lie. Loading. Actually, that's the thing. That's one constant I've also noticed with like modding communities, specifically the Elden Ring and Dark Souls ones, is narcissism. Very, very, very eerily common. I contributed R. Like, I will say, I will give them credit where it's due. Seamless Co-op was a very impressive mod, but at the same time, credit where it's due, but not to the person. Like, they just don't deserve any respect. Like, they're just a piece of garbage. Like, that's just been my experience, of course. Like, I don't know, maybe some people have had it better, but I just haven't. And as I said, like, I just find it agitating, because I don't think I've ever had, like, a good experience with, like, modding communities. For example, the Code Vein one was even worse somehow. I simply just asked where to get started, and and 3 different people threw the same link at me and didn't explain anything. And I was like, cool, you know, I'm pretty new to modding specifically Code Vein. Can y'all give me more pointers than just a fucking copy-paste of a link that I read over and didn't learn anything? And they simply just said, if you don't know what that says, then you shouldn't be modding it. And then someone else was like, have you even made a mod before? I'm like, yes, actually, I made a few. And they're like, well, for what game? Like Elden Ring, Halo, Dark Souls? They got pretty pissy after that, though. Still didn't explain anything. They just got pissy. And I was like, alright, fine, whatever. Where are you going, sir? Loading. Oh, yeah, no. I just don't like modding communities. I just wish they were better. The Terraria one I am not at all familiar with, though. I think at one point I went in, asked 2 questions, got the answers I needed, and left because I didn't want it to get worse. And once again, here's another example, though, of a modding community being annoying, Warframe. And that's coming full circle back to the person I was originally complaining about. What's wrong with people, man? It's... Yeah, no. I got that one in the Halo community as well. I asked if there's any pre-compiled versions of Lord Zed's, like, tool that you use to, like, mod Halo maps. This is without using the Halo mod kit, by the way. And they're like, no, if you don't know how to compile it, you shouldn't be making mods. And I was like, bro, I shouldn't have to learn how to use fucking GitHub just to, like, GitHub and Visual Studio just to make a Halo mod. It's not that deep. You're not that cool. I'm sorry that you think that installing Arch Linux makes you a good person. You're really not. Like, that was just... It's just L. Giant L. And that's it. Like, I just really have zero experience otherwise with a lot of communities just because I don't engage with them anymore. They're just scary, man. Because they all consist of pieces of shit that think they know everything. The same with, like, Reddit. Like, not Reddit. Same with, like, Linux. Sorry, I get them confused often because they're basically the fucking same. Like, if I just went onto our Linux, right? I don't like Calamity. Calamity's shit, by the way. Like, I'll be real with you. I play Calamity mod. It's easy as hell and very boring. Like, that's not a bit, by the way. Calamity's stupid. It's dog shit. And also, I just don't like the people who make it. Whatever. Like I said, I just don't like it, man. I saw how they interact with some people and I said, I don't like this. But also, I heard, like, it's like how you guys are hearing about my experience with, like, the person who made Seamless Co-op. That's how I heard about how bad the Calamity devs are. I'm like, I'm just gonna avoid it at all costs after that. I played it once, never again, and I have no reason to keep playing it, and that's it. But yeah, no, like, I experienced a lot of, like, yeah, like, Linux is a good example. If you went to, like, our Linux and just said, hey guys, I'm thinking of switching over to Linux, what's a good distro? That's all you need to say. And then, just close Reddit. Come back a week later to a fucking battlefield. I'm not shitting you. Like, you just get arguments. It's just like gunfire in the trenches. And it'll still be going when you get back. Like, they will never stop arguing. It's because they just all think their distro is the best, like the one that they use. Also, I have a sandwich that I didn't get to eat, so I'm gonna quickly reheat that and eat that. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go put this in the microwave. But yeah, no. One of my favorite things to do as well is, like, this is a fuck with Reddit. This is a bit more evil. Like, this is something I definitely do as evil. So, I make an account, like a fresh Reddit account, off of, like, a temporary email. You know, like how there's those temporary emails you can get? I make a fresh Reddit account for one of those. And I go to unanswered posts and go, hey guys, lost my account, but I fixed it. That's it. It's fucking evil, bro, but, like, it's so fun to do. It's just so evil. And the thing is, I only do it because I understand the agony and frustration of what it's like to actually see a post like that. It's so evil. But it's the only way for me to, like, fuck with Reddit, so it's fun. I know that one's definitely gonna get me, like, giving some shit though. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Layka? It's funny. I'm sorry. I can't. I have no other excuse. I can't give excuses. So I think my food's ready already because it's been a minute. I've been laughing like a maniac. You know what I mean? Yes. Wow. Yeah, no, I have my own moments of evil behavior on the internet. It's just, that one's my favorite one to do. As I said, like, I understand that one's definitely mean, right? I understand that one's just being a giant asshole on the internet, but at the same time, it is funny. Because Reddit sucks, so I really am only making it worse. Let's move these fries. Where do I put these? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna eat my sandwich. And also, I got the I'm eating thing back, so that's fun. Chicken sandwich. Oh no. No. It's not justified. I'm not justifying anything. I know it's an asshole move. I just think it's funny. Why'd my Discord go off? I'm gonna have to open it in a PO box now. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, with the Linux one, I plan to do that later because I am curious if that still works. I'll shoehorn in an actual question too. Or like, yeah, that's basically what it is, Org. I'd say it might not, but like you never know. So I could do it right now, like while I eat. Cause well, I like that post. I'm too bookmark. So I'm having a look at like some GIF that I randomly found. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm done looking at GIF. Never mind, I found some more GIF. Okay, now I'm done looking at GIF. Alright, time to go to Linux. Linux. Alright. Alright, cool. Yep, easy. I've looked at their rules, and I will ask them a question. If possible. Alternative OS? Discussion? I don't know how to do this. I'll do discussion. Hey, looking for a new... For a... that... Looking for a good Linux version to swap to. Hey, I'm a fan of Windows 7 and wow, it must contain George account. I need to give a fucking essay on why. Linux because Windows is kinda ass. Is there a good Linux version that looks very similar to Windows 7 and functions in a similar manner to preferably with an installer? I'm pretty bad with computers, TBH. Alright. Post. Post may break the rules. Linux does not support for him. It's a discussion, bro. If this breaks their rules, there's no way. I guess Linux for Noobs might be it, but I was gonna post it here. It's fine, whatever. Post. It should be fine. Submit without editing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't want to repost it. Shut up, Reddit. I don't care. All right. Well, now we play the waiting game. We have one of two outcomes. I'll either get banned from our Linux, or I will get actual answers, or that's a rare one, or people will argue. I hope I get actual answers because I do want to make the jump to Linux personally because I just don't like Windows. But yeah, that's why I asked about a Windows 7-esque Linux version, because I do actually want a good Linux version that functions and looks like Windows 7. I love Windows 7. I love Fruitiger Aero, of course I love Windows 7. But yeah, no, that's that. But that's, we'll see how it goes. I'm still eating my sandwich. I don't know why I started this mission. Yeah, I know. So I'll still eat my chicken sandwich. Loading. Thanks for petting me, by the way. I had to adjust the pet thing so it actually was petting my head correctly. Otherwise it was floating above me. It looked weird. Ow. Also, Org, if you're still working on like the PNG of Layka, can you please give me like very, very, very frequent updates so I can correct things if need be? You gotta remember, I have massive anxiety about people drawing my Sona at this point. No, sorry about that. Also, I got this really nice apple juice. Holy fuck, is it good. I will say, I do like how Layka's just cringing in the corner though. It's very funny, you know what I mean? It gives off the energy that my old content used to give off. If anyone remembers that, probably not, because there's no one here that does other than Ogoid, probably. But you know, Ogoid's literally the only member of my old community. Holy shit. Ogoid, get your ass in here! How do I get Ogoid to, like, join the chat? Chat, we need to, like, get Ogoid in here. Give me a second. OGOEI, there he is. Get your butt in here, please. I just vaporized him, that's cool. I don't know how some of it's like DS2. No, it's kind of like DS2. I put down the summon sign, he'll be on his way. That guy just... Huh? That guy just froze. Alright, that's fine, whatever. Ow. Funnily enough, OG members of my community, like the main people who had, like, VIP stickers for a while. But I started getting them out to people I know. I'm, like, friends with. Or just people who are cool, like Uwo. But if Uwo were to ever chat in here, he'd be automatically a VIP, because I've said to that. I like it, Matt, he would never chat in my streams anyway. Loading. That turret's kind of doing numbers, not gonna lie. Yeah, I do remember that. The reason I was talking about, like, OG members of the community is because, I've been streaming for a long time. And some of my earliest members of my community were people like Ogoid. Which is why it kind of bums me out that most of them don't watch anymore. Because there were members of my community I thought were actually kind of cool, like, there was someone named Howlasura, which I don't remember what happened between him and I. I'm trying to think of anyone else off the top of my head. There was someone named Lokapool who did get rightfully banned permanently from the community because they lied about their age. Like, basically he was under 18, but kept saying he was over 18. I should have suspected as such though, because he was like, oh boy, I'm so glad I'm old enough to watch your content now. Because then I imposed the rule of like, oh yeah, you need to be 18 or older to like watch my content. He's like, oh, conveniently my 18th birthday's in like a couple of them. Like, in that case, you'll just have to miss out on a couple streams. He's like, that's fair. And he came back 2 days later, I'm like, I'm finally 18. I'm so glad I can finally watch your content. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, yeah, that's really cool. And things continued as normal for like months. And then, like, he would do the typical thing most of my community did, like the whole magic game to freeze Layka, you know, like some of that shit. Because he liked my content and was a horny teenager, probably. That's likely it. But yeah, no, he joined in all that fun stuff, my community of like me saying I'll make it fit, blah blah blah. Like, haha, everyone laughed, you know that shit. And eventually, he kind of like, oh, please don't hate me, but I kind of lied about my age. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, I'm actually 16 at the moment. I was like, what the fuck? And I got really mad, obviously, because he had not only joined in on all that stuff, but it had also been just randomly hitting on me, like, on streams. And I'm like, and I, none the wiser at the time, was playing along like I do with everyone. And then I obviously ceased all that because I fucking blocked him and banned him from everything. But what the fuck, man? Like, and I even said to him that even when he turns 18, he's not welcome back in my community. Because what he did, for the sake of his own stupid, horny desires, could have completely ended my fucking streaming career before it even got to truly start. And I was so angry at him. And yeah, that's that. Also, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a Pepsi. It's because I like Pepsi. I say I'll be right back, but I can technically just raise my voice a little bit and still yell to the microphone from all the way over here. I have Pepsi. Beepus. Yeah, no, it was frustrating as fuck. I was so angry. And now I'm very cautious about people's age, which is why I double, triple, and quad check with some people about their age. Just know that it's not just a bannable offense. I'll also report someone to, like, that's the thing. It's only that I will ban them from my community permanently. Is if someone lies about their age, I'll also report them to Discord and everything else if I can. I typically word it as harshly as possible too. Like, it's something to the effect of like, user lying about their age to try and to bait streamer into interacting inappropriately with a minor. It's something like that. And that is actually not to get the person you reported banned, because it's basically them trying to get someone in trouble legally, or because they lied about their age. And it works pretty well. So that's been my new tactic for like removing people like that from like my community as a whole. So yeah, if someone is lying about their age, stop. Otherwise, you're safe. For now. But yeah, no, it was just an agitating experience overall, because it didn't help my anxiety at the time either. I already had a lot of anxiety around people, but that just added to it a lot. It's actually why I like the intros system on, like, yes, he's a goober, look at him go. He's such a goober, chat. Look at him go. Oh, I love him. He's such a goober. But yeah, no, I guess it probably makes sense why I get, like, pissy about it at least. I actually might start doing that on my server, like a little intro thing, and I'll do up like my own intro so people can, like, you know, use that as a template. Hiccups again. Yeah, the Goob Squad chat. Yeah, I know, but like, you get what I mean when I say like, it's anxiety inducing after the first time. Hey, oh god. You might recognize my little PNG, my temporary one. It's kind of like the one I used to use. Yeah, so I have to use this because I lost my PNG tuber. Like when my computer shat itself. Yeah, you remember this one from like back in the day, right? It used to be my WoW character. The one that was like shrugging and said, "What the fuck?" underneath it. Hopefully you remember that. That was like from that one clip where you asked how I broke out of the map in the Orb Valis, and I showed you by propelling myself off the map. But yeah, also I was talking to my community about how you're literally one of, if not the oldest like member of my community at this moment in time. It's kind of fascinating because you've been around the longest. You're old at the moment. Well, like literally, you are the member of my community who's been around the longest, and turns to dust. Yo guys, it's me, Charlie. That guy's turned to sand. Oh shit, the wolf is here. Oh fuck, the wolf is here. Oh no. Oh no, bro. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Oh god. Please tell me one of these windows is breakable. Please tell me one of these. Which one's breakable? Which one's breakable? Any? Any at all? No? Okay. Yo guys, it's me, Layka. That guy's turned to sand. Yeah, 2019 Warframe. It's an instant classic. None of these are breakable. They're all proper reinforced. My memories. Yeah. Old melee channeling. Look, we have melee channeling. Actual factual melee channeling, and the Wolf of Saturn 6 is here. So it's fine. He spun the hammer, and I know that's a threat, so. Oh god, yeah. Okay, Bob! Yippee! Yeah, I fixed the Yippee redeem, chat. So, I found it backed up on my phone. Turns out I sent it to a guy some time ago. I gotta say that, but it was actually one of my exes. Okay, Bob! Okay, fine. I know it's broken. No, it's not broken. I fixed it, Strand. Did you not see it? It yippied all over the place. Wolf of Saturn 6, yeah. Wolf of Saturn 6 is such an asshole. He shows up at the most inopportune times. I didn't show up during a defense mission. And I was like, please don't do this to me. Also, another one, Ogoid. Ogoid, remember this? World on fire. Look at it. It's so good. We're so back. And also, we have Drench 2, also known as Accelerant. Yes, Drench 2 is its internal name. It's literally just called Drench 2. Wait, can you trigger the Nightwave Crystal Fishes? If I were to update my version of the game to that point, yes. But then we would lose old Corpus Gas City. Oh, good. We have old Corpus Gas City. We have the OG Corpus Gas City. Oh, I'm not doing the fucking Crystal Wolf. I'm not fighting a Crystal Wolf assassin. Do I look like a fucking psychopath to you? Oh god, my memories. Yes, it's over here. We haven't gotten there yet because I've been trying to restore my progress. If y'all are down, I can craft a diabolical ribbon and speed run up to that point. Are y'all okay with that? Because I did lose a bunch of progress, so I would be justified in cheating to get back to where I used to be at. Yeah? August. I know you're not down bad, you're down horrendous. I almost addressed good, because his message was just above yours. I know August is down horrendous. Big damage reference for the Stug. Okay, fine, fuck it. We buy the Stug and we make it OP, chat. We're gonna make the strongest Stug. It's like No, even better, Ogrid. Fastest projectile in the game, yeah? That would make it even funnier, I think. We make it the cum gun. So what we do is we change its energy color. Right? We change the energy color to white. It's the cum gun. Alright, we gonna make the Stug. This is the Stug. It Stugs. Alrighty, give me a second. Close this. Oh yeah, also chat, I asked ChatGPT about the philosophy of the Dougie. So you know like that song where it has like the lyrics teach me how to Dougie? So I decided to ask ChatGPT about the philosophy behind the Dougie. And I want to talk about it because it's fucking great. This is one of the things I like about AI, by the way. Is the funny shit you can do with it. Oh yeah, light theme, sorry. To be on all four. No. So like, I was like, Echo, I like to consider myself a philosopher at times. There's a trendy song with the lyrical structure, teach me how to Dougie. I don't really know how to spell it, obviously. So I like, but how does one truly Dougie? What is a Dougie, and why does it need to be taught? Does one simply not possess such a skill? Is it a skill? Why would one request to be taught this? And why, oh why, would one be willing to teach? And he gave me a full breakdown on the Dougie. And this is my favorite thing with AI. It's just, you can just do some stupid shit with it. Info I need to hear today. I don't know, man. Okay, Stug. This is the Stug. It's Grenadier Goo Gun. Chat, it's called the Grenadier Goo Gun. We are naming it that. So y'all get to see how this works. Stug, we rename it. Hand. There we go. Alright, so mods, right? We open up the fingerprint creator. We change the compatibility to the Grenadier Goo Gun. We make its polarity. What's a good polarity actually? I don't even know what polarities this Stug has. Who gives a shit? It'll just be Morderai. There we go. Actually, the Alchemy Zenuric, you need a lot of energy to be able to like goo, you know what I mean? Tenno-scoom. Tenno-coom, bro. Alright, so we're gonna clear out this ribbon first off, and from here we're gonna work with what we got. So, I think high projectile speed, high damage, low something, right? Like, you know what I mean? So we do multi-shot for extra coom, We do projectile speed for quicker coom. We do damage amount for extra coom. Right. And then we minus zoom. Actually, no. We minus all the damage types we don't care about. So that's slash, that's puncture, that's impact. We give it lots of recoil. True. That is actually true. Minus zoom. You're a fucking genius. Alright, and then, I think... Toxin for drenching them in coom. Fire rate for quicker coom. Actually, no. Ditch this one. How does that look? No. We don't make it colored red, man. Minus crit chance, minus crit damage to make the numbers even bigger. A second minus zoom FOV for extra coom range. Alright, this is the coom gun. Are you ready to see the Grenier coom gun? Actually, we need to redo something about it. 69 or 20. You feel like you should fear? Good, you should. Anyway, now let's. We have to max level the Stug Coom gun. Oh, it's already maxed. Cool. Now we hop out of the Captura. Then we now can coom all over the place with the Grenier coom gun. Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! Okay, let me read this thing out. God damn, this is the Stug Toxi Visi Satinak. It has plus 354.1% multi-shot, plus 354.1% projectile flight speed, plus 354.1% toxin, plus 649.1% damage, minus slash, minus puncture, minus impact, plus weapon recoil, minus zoom, minus crit chance, minus crit damage, and minus zoom. It has a reroll count of 69,420. And it has a toxin and corrosive damage output of, toxin is 19,275, and corrosive is 5,444. The coom gun, chat. It's ready to coom all over the place. I bet you're ready to see how much coom comes out of this gun. Bro, that's such a fucking genius. You're a fucking genius. Give me a second. I'll just take a picture like this. Like this, chat. The Grenier Goo Gun Wank 30. Alright, let's go to my Blue Sky. Is Pablo on Blue Sky? Because I use Blue Sky, not Twitter. You post. At Pablo. No idea. I don't think he is, man. That's annoying. Alright, I guess I'm on Twitter. x.com Layka Wuffinator. Kringe, chat. Kringe. Wow, that's outdated. Let me get rid of that. Sorry, I saw a profile picture by and it still referenced my ex, so I'm just quickly removing that. You aren't verified yet? Don't care. Anyway, Pablo. I think Pablo makes, is it? Right? I'll see. Discard. Let me go check out Pablo real quick. Make sure it's the right person. Yeah, okay, cool. Yo, at Pablo Makes, is this a good Stug ribbon? Hash Warframe. And yeah, we just gonna chuck that on there. We'll let it cook, and that's that. Where's my Stug ribbon? I'm like, they'll probably just think I fucked with the game a whole bunch. Shit. Grenier Google. I'm just gonna post this. It's so cursed, chat. While I'm at it, I'm also gonna go to my blue sky and yoink some shit. Save image as. Oh, no, this image. Save image as. Really? Oh, right, fine. I'll just download the stith image from... Okay, here we go. Stith. I'm yoinking my stith image. Copy download link. So I'm gonna have that be my profile picture again. Yep, save image as. Don't mind me, chat. I'm just restoring some images because some of them I downloaded on like Firefox, so I could just go back and find the like old download links. If that makes any sense. Okay, yoink. Oh, that's fine. This one, yes. Cool. I know where graphic design is my passion is. It's on my server. That's where I saved it. Under your art stuff. Because I shared my graphic design image. Give me a second, I'm trying to find it, because I want my profile to look cool. There it is. Save image as. There we go. Got it. Oh yeah, also this one. Save image as. Got it. Okay, time to do the thingy. Post. Edit profile. Layka. Stith. Chat, I love Stith. She's so hot and amazing in every possible way. Save image as. And then replace this one with... graphic design. .jpg. Save. There we go. I'm looking good. And no, I'm not showing my screen. Anyway, we're done adding Pablo. Is this a good Stug ribbon? I'll separate the Twitter thing so you can see the post. But yeah, here we go. At Pablo. Is this a good Stug ribbon? Ash Warframe. There's so much wrong with this image. It's just why it's so funny to me. There is so much wrong with this image. And you know what? That's a good thing. I think it's hilarious. Oh, I accidentally just closed everything at once. Like, I minimize everything at once because I'm stupid. Give me a second. Warframe. There we go, we're fine. But yeah, thanks for petting me, by the way. Anyway, who wants to watch me play Warframe now, finally, after I'm done goofing around like a fucking idiot? We got the cum gun, chat. We're gonna go fight some boss fights. With the cum gun. Quicker coom. The quickest coom gun. Kill the sun? Oh, I wish I could, bro. Coom on the sun. Bro, because I'm a trans woman, this is like lady coom too. It is like hot trans woman coom. Goofball. Bro, why are you calling me a goofball? You're just jealous that I have hot trans woman coom and you don't. I killed myself instantly. Respawning blew out the window. Bro, I bet one of you MFs would actually buy, like, if I made an energy drink brand called Trans Woman Goo, legit, I feel like you fuckers would buy that. I know what you people are like. Ow. Mega coom, chat. It's insane. Dude, I don't think the Jackal's gonna be able to handle this coom. You couldn't handle the coom, chat. No, they're blanks, I promise you. There's nothing special about it. I should have made it so it doesn't fire anything, so it's like I'm shooting blanks. Chat, should we do that? Should we reduce my... Chalk it with prolonged eye contact. Should we make a second coom gun ribbon that, like, has very low projectile speed that works really well with, like, accurate trans girl coom? Wait, you gonna do that? Actually, give me a second. We're making the accurate trans girl coom gun. Do it, I bet. So, that means projectile speed will have to be replaced with fire rate. You'll understand in a second. Fire rate. And then this, and then we'll minus projectile speed multiple times on this. So alright, we've done it. We made the coom gun, chat. I did it. I saved Venus with my lady coom. I know my actions have consequences, Stalker, and you can't stop me. Alright, here we go. We'll take this to Captura so we can test it. The Mega Coom. Making a mess all over the place, chat. Yeah. The coom gun. You're the second biggest freak. No one get out freak me, bro. Look at all that. Listen to that noise. Listen to that noise. Listen to that noise, chat. The Mega Coom. Alright, I'm done fucking with the audio now. Maybe a little bit. Come in zero gravity, yeah. Zero G cum, fuck yeah, bro. Look, it's that anti-grav cum, bro. Welcome to the cum zone. It's all over the screen. Fuck yeah, I wish it was all over me, man. Why can't someone just Mega Coom all over me? This is ridiculous. Time to Mega Coom all over an enemy. He couldn't handle my trans girl coom, chat. He didn't have it in him. No man can ever handle the trans girl coom. No, I got a better name for it. You'll see it. You'll see it soon. And also eat my sandwich. Thoughts on the name? Org just sent me this. Saying, me with the trans girl coom. Chat, is it bad that I'm thinking horny thoughts? Okay, cool. Do you think the Wolfenstein 6 will be able to handle all this coom? Oh, I'm back. Hold him down and coom on him, chat. Oh, this is so good. This is so weird. How does that look in third person? I need, like, with that, like, my perspective, like, fucking... Chat. This is so funny. It's so unnecessarily freaky. Loading. Oh no, I've run out of coom, chat. Oh no. Welcome to the cum stream. The thing is, that works two different ways. Because there's in fact a stream of cum. But also, there is a stream containing cum. It's fun. The gooey noises are a little concerning, but that's okay. Where did everyone else go? Were they upset about the coom? Could they not handle the mega cooms? Sometimes I can't handle my own either. Got him. I'm being a smartass, by the way. Everyone raises an eyebrow at that. Yeah, everyone else fucked off. It's kind of cringe, not gonna lie. So I'm trying to pace myself so I don't run out of coom. Oh yeah. They're not talking. They should engage with the stream. Engage with the content. Witness the coom. Interact with me. I want attention. Ah, that's fair. Yeah. Don't want to exhaust myself now, you know? Loading. So reminds me of those videos like, passed out 8 times, but here's your mac and cheese. It's like, have you seen those? That is kind of whack, by the way, Strand.
Org might know what I'm talking about, though.
I'm trying to find one. But I want to show it off because it's really funny. Okay. Oh. Now, because trans girl coom, I'm the one who's coomin. TM. Laugh. Laugh and give me your money. I'm being a smartass, by the way. Unless. Okay, I will say, it is kind of removing the fun from the game to use the coom gun. Like, you know what I mean? It's a little too OP. Does that make any sense? So we won't be using the coom gun anymore. We're going back to the Grakatas, because I actually want to use like a real weapon. It was funny for a bit, but the bit's over. So because like my coom gun, you know what I mean? Look, I'm just gonna say it outright. I bet every single one of y'all, specifically Strand and Org, definitely did at least once have a thought of me making a mess all over the place. Some sort of lewdly charged thought. Yeah. I do wish I could ERP with more people, I'm not gonna lie. Loading. Rent a mess. But see, maybe I like mess, Strand, you don't know. Well, you do, because I made it really apparent that I like mess just then. You get what I mean, though. Loading. No mess is boring. I like this music. It's very like, please stand by. You don't even when I say that, right? Now's not the time, Wolf. Now's not the fucking time. All right. The last bit of what, Strand? Do you remember I talk a lot? There he goes. That was a bit ago. Yeah, when I was using the Grenadier Coom gun, I was like, yeah, I bet both of y'all could, like, thought of me doing lewd things to myself and making a mess, or you doing lewd things to me and making a mess. I bet. The joke is that I'm painfully aware that a lot of my community thinks lewdly about me. Well, I think it's a bad thing. I think it's funny, actually. Hells, I wish, like, a lot of them would act more on those thoughts and actually, like, ERP with me, because that'd be fun. There we go. Look at me fucking trying to rotate. Oh, hey, Bubses. Welcome back. Like a lot. You missed an entire bit about a Grenadier Coom gun. You missed several conversations about people who are pieces of garbage. A conversation about World of Warcraft. Yeah, you missed like a lot of things. You didn't just pass out for a bit. You passed out for like a couple of hours, basically. Oh, yeah. You showed up for a little bit, you had like a few things to say, and then you disappeared for ages. Thanks for petting me, by the way. Bonk. I even had an interesting conversation with someone about Warframe, and then they ended up leaving. Oh, that's fair. Hello, bonk. How to do funny. This game is so easy. Is it me, or do my streams seem older than they actually are? Because I stream at 720p and I'm playing 2019 Warframe. You notice that too? Like, my streams look way older than they actually are. have like a Windows 7 themed like stream UI. I guess that also helps. Bonk. I mean, like, by way of recent year is what I'm saying. For example, like, you'd think that things would be, like, you know, smoother, more, like, new and all that. I guess that's kind of my point. Oh, did that. Oh, that's fair. It's not that I was like trying to aim for smooth or new, by the way. I was just saying, like, I actually like that my streams have this kind of like slightly earlier internet feel to them. I was actually planned to make a fucking NeoCities like website. It's not gonna be like my main website. It was just gonna be a neat little like artifact that I was just gonna try and make. I was gonna do it all without any help, and it's just like trying to make it look old. When I say try to make it look old, I mean I was just gonna make it look cool. As far as I'm thinking is cool, which means it'll probably look old. Also, my friend and I are playing Baldur's Gate 3. Like, we're going through a playthrough of it. So, I want to explain the way things are at the moment, right? Like, with him and I's playthrough. So I think it's interesting. I have a lot of hours in Baldur's Gate 3. Almost 1,000, to be exact. Sure, that's not a lot now, but... for a player who has also, like, shown to be quick to learn things, I think I'm doing pretty good. Like, for example, I know a lot, I mean a lot about Baldur's Gate 3. I know where, you know, triggers are for dialogue. I know where a lot of things are, basically. Hells, I know where triggers are for, like, things that you can't even interact with anymore because they were removed from the game. I know a lot. And my friend has never played the game before. He only knows about it through me. Like, I've told him about it. And I think he also watched a Maxor video, which is pretty cool. Based Maxor. But that being said, it's funny, right? Because I have a metric fuck ton of meta knowledge. So I'm not allowed to use, because he doesn't want me using meta knowledge. And that's entirely fair. And he knows nothing about it, which is great. He picked the Dark Urge. I am playing as a character who has their avatar tag removed. So allow me to explain the avatar tag real quick. Excuse you, sir. Anyway, I like just randomly parried a guy. So, I'll explain the avatar tag real quick. In Baldur's Gate 3, let's say I am a player character, like this Ember. She would have a tag on her called Avatar. This is basically what dictates if she is player-made or not. So this can even be applied to origin characters like Karlach if you pick them as your starting character. And that's how that works. I removed that one and the Illithid tag from my character. And that one dictates if I do or do not host a Mind Flayer parasite. So I have less than no agency in any dialogue. I can't influence dialogue with Illithid powers. I can't really start conversations. I can't recruit anyone. If I try to talk to an origin character, they just express that I'm not worth their time. That's it. And Karlach just is very polite about it and just politely dismisses you. And that's that. I literally can't control anyone, basically. While my friend Kirby, he has control of everyone else. So he has his character, who's the Dirge, and 2 other characters in the party, right? And I'm just trying to be a reasonable goober. I made Pearl, and, yeah, no, I'm trying to be reasonable, while he occasionally has thoughts of violence and acts on them. I, personally, am trying not to genocide the world. Like, that's just because I don't want to. And it's really funny, right? Just because of, like, the difference. And also, I just like that I sometimes see these little dark urge thought bubbles. Because I don't often see, because I intentionally don't engage in dialogue unless the entire group is engaged in dialogue. So, for example, like the Korga scene. And also recruiting characters. Like, I'll show up for those dialogue options too. And I'll just, like, be in the background of things. And it's really funny, because when he was recruiting Astarion, I think it was, like, the narrator, I also saw this, despite me not being Dirge, says, your heart dances with glee at the thought of a perfect, pretty corpse. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Because I'm not Dirge. So I heard this, as it zooms in on my friend Kirby's character, looking mighty nefarious. And I'm like, oh no, bro. And it's very funny. But so far, he has a vendetta against children because they stole from him. And he doesn't like the tieflings because they're rude. And he also doesn't like the druids because they're also rude. So I fear we may be forced to side with the goblins. Because that's where the route he sees me going down. But yeah, no, it's pretty fun. Lol. Me doing this emote in front of you, what do you do in this situation? Loading. I like the duality of answers here. We have August, who is like basically equivalent to the GIF he sent me earlier. He just has this response. Meanwhile, Strange is like, I would give a hug. It's like, we have profoundly sexually charged and profoundly wholesome. I love the duality of my audience. It's hilarious. Also, do y'all want to see Conclave? See, still, like, it's still the duality of my audience in that case, Bubs, because that's also a, like, wholesome response in comparison to Org, who's just like, pregnant, done. Yeah, who wants to see Conclave? Oh, it didn't work. I was assuming I can like get public matchmaking working, but apparently not. I had to manually add the person to my group. There we go. So this is how Conclave feels to play. See how much slower my bullet jumps are and how much shorter my slides are? It's like the ground's covered in molasses. And here's how it highlights enemies. Which I think is how they should have done the enemy highlight options in like modern Warframe. Because that's not disruptive, but also still visible. If that makes any sense. I see how much more visible that is, and it's also not as disruptive as the enemy highlights you get in the modern day. This would have looked way nicer, in my opinion. And I will demonstrate a person in motion by just switching your perspective over to the other me. It won't let me. Game light. This one. It's not behaving itself. Yeah, it's not behaving itself at all. In that case, I might have to rename one of these windows, which is entirely fine. Give me a second to download No More Border and I'll rename a window. Yeah, there we go. No More Border. So I never got to re-download this one, so give me a quick second to do that. Cool. Oh, it's not letting me. That's annoying. Oh, actually, the point I think I have saved for this. Yeah, here it is. Title changer apps. Yeah, I'm trying to find one now. Taskbar renamer. I'm not seeing one. That's annoying. Oh, I see. Also, I already have 14 notifications from the Reddit one. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for it. That's annoying. Well, that's annoying. So I wanted to like change the name of the window title. That's cool. I think I found one. Passed by renamer. Yeah, run anyway. Hey, sweet. Alright. Show. That's this one, cool. Give me this one. Rename. There we go. Got it. So now... So this is player 2's perspective. Right? So you see like how much nicer this looks in motion. Like, see how it's still not as disruptive as like the other one? Like the other one, like when you use it in modern Warframe, is really bright. Meanwhile, look how much like more subtle and outlined this one is.
Sun Cephalon taken.
Operators, fish are swimming away with me.
Sun Cephalon captured. Point Moon.
I wish I could actually just have this be the perspective some of my community sees. Like, imagine that, perpetually just spectating a teammate. There's technically a way I could do this by having player 2, like, die at the start of a mission.
Sun Cephalon taken.
And then y'all can just spectate me this way.
Cephalon Sark is in oily enemy hands.
Sun Cephalon dropped.
Yeah. 14 notifications. Seemingly they're not arguing though. They're just actually giving suggestions, which is kind of cool.
Sun Cephalon dropped. Sun Cephalon taken.
Intruders! Cephalon Sark has been stolen!
But anyway.
Point Moon.
I just realized I'm not playing any animations on my screen. Oh wait, I know why. I'm playing the single pistol animation, that's why. Lol. But yeah, would y'all watch the game if it was like this the whole time? Because there's actually a cool idea for like, how people could watch my watch me play Warframe.
One minute remains.
In that case, I just had a thought. We get player 2 to respawn for now. I'll have them leave. I'll have me leave. And I will give player 2 a weapon.
When you are ready, proceed to the navigation console.
Alright, player 2, we're gonna get given the lens. Users, suit, personate. Go into here, add lens. Max level it. I'm gonna go back to myself. Hop out of player 2.
When you are ready, proceed to the navigation console.
Alright, so we're going to demonstrate the idea I had, basically.
I'm detecting infested biosignatures all over the place. You know what to do.
I bet Org would give anything for this view. Loading. I don't know why I'm surprised. Oh wait, I'm not. But the idea was, I keep doing this until I'm dead forever. Alright, jump their HUD. That could be another one. It's kind of the idea, though. The UI's in the way, which is a little annoying, but it does give it an idea of what's going on. Perspective looks cool. It really does. I kind of wish like the spectating could be done a bit differently, but if it was just this, that's still good enough, right? I've always wanted to do something like this for a stream as it is, like having like just a permanent spectator and have that be chat. I actually want to do that for the Minecraft stream. Like, I want to do a Minecraft hardcore world, and I want to set up like a spectator thing that chat can just like watch. I was gonna have that be like the main perspective. But the best I could do with that was launching a second Minecraft client, log into a separate instance of Essential, which wouldn't have behaved itself very well. But yeah, these are tiles that are still in like modern Warframe though, so it's not like it's anything special. It's just how this really works is it generates a bunch of like rooms attached to rooms. So you'll see a lot of repeat tiles, and even some newer ones that you like don't often see, and that's kind of how that works. That's why I use the term tile set and tile, because see, for example. Right over there. Oh, you can't see. Give me a second. Exactly the same tile. Twice in a row. That's cool. Yeah.
You have broken their ranks and they are on the run. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
Yeah, this is only gonna be for one mission because I understand probably people don't want to watch this way, but I'm also gonna quickly get myself something called oh, sure. Yeah, exothermic is what it's called. That's actually Firequake. It just got rebranded after a while.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
But yeah, so I'm probably not going to stick to that idea just because it's kind of a lot of work for very little actual payoff when it comes to like having player 2 spectate me. Because I need to kill myself enough times to get rid of the UI. And even then, I want to like track where I'm looking. So I want it to be more like the Railjack spectator mode. If that makes any sense. I'm probably going to close play Choose Game entirely, actually. Because now I know how to do this, I don't have to, like, keep the game open. Also, I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom. Or, actually, I'll do one better. I'll wrap up the stream now because I want to go to the bathroom and watch some YouTube and keep earning back all my progress. If that's cool with everyone. Sure, it's a shorter stream, but it is what it is. I still feel like today was a relatively productive stream. Like, in my opinion, I guess. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching and hanging out. I'm sorry I couldn't stream for longer. I do plan to try to stream for longer, eventually, but I just want to get my fucking PNG tuber sorted out, which is why I've been trying to do shorter streams, so people don't think, oh my god, this is a PNG now. It's like, no, I just lost it. But yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, watch some YouTube, play some Warframe, listen to some The Help, and try and troubleshoot Windows Media Player. Goodbye, have a wonderful day, and I'm sorry again for not being on stream for longer. And look, I restored this thing. They don't restore, like, oh no, there we go, now they play the animation. There we go, look at that. Anyway, goodbye, I click on button now. See you later.